Hey, Jamie here, one of the founders of Recruiterly. Today I'm going to show you a simple hack that will save you heaps of time when you're starting to outreach to a list of prospects. So whether that is for business development or obviously to fill a job or your latest job, so that it will save you time when you're wanting to go out and connect with them. So obviously a lot of recruiters, they'll go on and manually connect with each person on LinkedIn. So this automation uses several pieces of software that are actually all free as long as you stay within the limits, which is even better. And it's going to send a bunch of connection requests, personalized connection requests to a list of people that I'm targeting. So the software I'm going to use is G Sheets or Google's Sheets. This is completely free, so if you haven't got a Gmail or G Suite account, just sign up for one and you get access to it for free. I'm going to use something called Phantom Buster, which is the automation tool. Now there is hundreds of these different types of tools. I use and have used most of them. Some are cloud-based. Some have a lot more automation functionality. Some are Chrome extensions. So, there's hundreds of different types as well. I'm choosing Phantom Buster. It's a great little tool. It does have a free tier, again, to sort of save our costs at the moment. There is obviously limitations on the free tier, so you might only be able to send, say, 20, 30, or maybe even up to 50 connection requests a day. I'll show you how that works, but you won't be able to do anything more with it. So you can only use one of their tools in their box. They call them phantoms. As you can see, I'm on their phantom page or their list of phantoms at the moment, and they've got lots of cool things that you can do with. Your imagination will run away with you when you start to use Phantom Buster. But as I said, for this particular automation, I'm just going to use their free tool. So let's go back a step. I'm going to go to our people data tool. I've already built a list of 65 people that I want to outreach to or connect with on LinkedIn. So these 65 people, quick high level, they're San Francisco based, within a couple of miles. I think I put 5 or 10 mile radius. They've got growth as a skill. They've got marketing in their job title. They're in the computer software industry. They've got over 10 years experience. They've definitely got a personal email on their on their record in the app. And I've gone through those and I've created that list of 65 that, I want to outreach to or want to connect with on LinkedIn. So, let's go here. So, select all, export. So this is nice and easy, and it will go into a CSV spreadsheet. So just looking over, and then I will open this up, and I'm just going to talk you through what I do to get the data that we need out of that spreadsheet. All right, so I'm going to go format cells. I'm going to unwrap the text so it just looks like a list. It's just easier to, see or process. I'm just going to open this pod up. So this is the social account URL 1. So what you need to do is sort. So go to data, sort. My data has headers. All right. Cool. So now what we do is grab, see there's Facebook URLs in here and there's a couple of meetup URLs. Obviously don't want those. So I'm just going to take the LinkedIn URLs over here. My dog's whining in the background. She obviously doesn't like this particular hack. And I'm going to copy, those two over. Cool. So now we've got 65 LinkedIn URLs of people that I want to connect with on LinkedIn. All right. So I've copied those. I'm going to close that down. I'm going to go to G Sheet or Google Sheet. I'm going to drop that here. Cool. And we have to give this a title, and we will use this title later. So LinkedIn URL. All right, so that's set to go. Most important part, when you're sharing, which you will need to share the link so that Phantom Buster can read those LinkedIn URLs, is that you have got it set so that it's a publicly available link. So anyone on the internet, as it says here, anyone on the internet with this link can view it. So obviously this is publicly available data. So just delete the sheet or unshare it. Make it private after you've connected with those people, or run the sheet through Phantom Buster. So, all right. So I'm going to come back to that in a sec. So let's go to Phantom Buster. So as you can see, these are all the different tools or phantoms that are within the Phantom Buster app. Look, you can only use one on the free tier. So, and this is the one I'm going to use, which is called LinkedIn Network Booster, essentially just sending a heap of personalized connection requests via your LinkedIn account. All right, so I've selected it here. So one thing to save you a heap of time is download the Chrome extension. Again, it's free. And then all you have to do now is connect to LinkedIn and it pulls your session cookie. You don't have to know what a session cookie is. You can follow their instructions by clicking the tooltip, and that will show you how to acquire it by going right click, inspect, and then get the session cookie from LinkedIn. But look, you don't need to worry about that. So just go connect to LinkedIn if you've got the Chrome extension. So that's all connected. Spreadsheet URL of the people to invite. So we go back over here, again, making sure that is public, copy link, add that here. All right, so then we're nearly there. So now we've got to write a personalized connection message. It's up to you what message obviously you use. These are the ones that I use a fair amount that obviously get a good connection rate for me. So I do recommend doing personalized messages. I think it sort of sets the conversation, rather than it being a surprise that, you're jumping on this person, wanting to talk to them about, recruitment services to their business, or obviously, recruiting them for a job. So this is the one I'm going to use. I will drop this in the blog, so you can copy and paste if you want to use it. It works well for me. But if you're not watching this video from the blog, there will be a link in the video description, so you can go to the blog and copy and paste this. But obviously use whatever works well for you. So this here, the hashtag first name, this is a merge tag that Phantom Buster require you to use. It will pick up the person's first name from their LinkedIn profile URL. All right, so I'm just going to copy and paste that. Obviously, proofread these things before you do so. And I'll just go select all, get rid of it. All right, so there it is, first name. So there's many more merge tags available. So let's just open that. So there's lots of different things that you can use that's available from that LinkedIn profile. Yeah, go and check this out, and you can use lots of different things, to help you get better requests or better response rates. They're entirely up to you, but I just keep it simple for the actual connection request. So I'm going to go advanced settings. Need to put the column name that we set earlier from the sheet. So let's go here. So this is the column name. I just called it LinkedIn URL. Put it in here. 10 max. So this is the number of invites you can do per launch. So you press a button, it launches, it sends 10 connection requests. So if you've got 30, you press it 3 times. Pretty simple. So it just allows you to do 10 at once. And let's save that. Cool. So what you can do here is go manual. So if you do it repeatedly, you could set, say you have that spreadsheet and you have a generalist connection message like that one, really, if that's what you sort of work in, the tech set, the tech industry in San Francisco. And then what you can do is set this to run at, say, 8 a.m. every day. And that will connect with all of the people that are within your LinkedIn URL Google Sheet. So you could just keep adding URLs into this, and it will find the next URL and it will send the connection message. So obviously you want a more generalist connection message if you're going to use that, or if it's for a particular role, then you would set a new one up that sort of talks about that particular role and why you're reaching out to them. So I'm just going to choose manual for now, and that's save. Notifications, I want to know if there's any errors. Cool. So this is set up and it's ready to go. I'm going to press go and then turn it off as I don't really need to connect with all these people, but I'll just show you for the sake of this demo. Now, see up here, I recorded a video earlier and I started using my minutes. So I've got 10 minutes of execution time a day on the free level, which should be enough to send, should be 20 or 30, maybe more connection requests. My recommendation, even if you do go to the paid account, is don't send more than 80. LinkedIn will not like that, and you'll, you could. You could put yourself at risk of getting banned or locked out from LinkedIn, which obviously nobody wants. So just keep it within the safe limits. There's heaps of blogs you can look at. My personal recommendation, if you've got a low number of connections, then I would scale that right back to maybe 30 or 40 connections a day. If you've got, say, over 1,000 or a couple of thousand connections already on LinkedIn, you can push it up. Many blogs do say the limit is 100, but why push it? So keep around the 80 mark, and you should be fine. So then you just go launch. And now this is running and you'll see it starting to work. So I'm going to stop it as soon as it does the first one. There we go. So connecting to LinkedIn, and it will tell you, and see my timer will start clicking down shortly. So 1 out of 10 process. So I'll just abort that now. So as you can see, that will take, I don't know, a minute or so at the most, and then you've connected with those 10 people. So then you can press it again and again until you've used your minutes up, and then that's however many you've managed to capture within your free tier. So yeah, super simple way of just saving you a heap of time when you've you're sourcing for a particular role. You don't want to have to go through and connect with them one by one, and you can just export the data from the PDT tool or a people data tool. Copy the URLs, press go, or even have it automated to send every morning or twice a day or 3 times a day, whatever you want to do. And then you just don't have to worry about that part of your outreach. Go to your LinkedIn inbox, and then as soon as they've connected, you'll be able to see, you'll be able to start messaging them, without having to send them an email. My top recommendation is to make sure that you have your notification settings on LinkedIn set to know when you've got a new connection request. And then make sure the email is the email or the inbox that you use all the time. So then whenever you've got a new connection, you'll get an email. You'll get an email to say that the new connection has happened. And then you can quickly jump on and, send that person a message and start engaging with them, chatting with them, and hopefully get them on the phone to talk about, the job role or whatever you want to talk to them about. So yeah, as you can see, look, it's taken a few minutes. Once you've done it once, you'll fly through it. And you'll hopefully save yourself heaps of time, connecting with people and making your outreach as fast as possible. So I will be elaborating on this particular flow, and I'll show you how to send them an email straight afterwards, say thanks for connecting and the reasons why you've connected with them, and also to how to send them an email as well. We'll put them into an email series as soon as they've connected with you. So keep watching these videos. We'll add more and more so we can save you more and more time, and obviously you get the best out of the data, out of the people data tool. And we'll show you how to do some some cool things with it to essentially just to save you time and help you get your name or obviously your details in front of more people. So thanks for listening. Good luck. Check out the blog. I will put some descriptions of the steps so you can do it one by one rather than having to pause my video every few seconds. Copies of templates and things like that are in there. Thank you very much for listening.